Hey everyone, welcome back to finally a new video. Today I figured since it's been so long, I would do a collection update showing everything I've gotten since the last collection update, which was way back in October. I wanted to make this video back in like November or December, but I kept stalling because I had stuff coming in the mail, and I was like, I'll just wait to make the video until that comes. Then I just kept getting stuff. So overall I've gotten busy with life stuff. I stalled the video for that reason, and I was also just lazy in general. So today I'm finally gonna do it. I don't think I have anything new coming, so this is a good time to catch up. And since it's been so long, I figured this is the most logical video to make. Just kind of show what's been going on in my collection since the last video. So I went to my Discog collection, sorted it by what I've added most recently, and just picked out everything that I've gotten since the last thing I showed. This, now that I think about it, I'm not totally sure. You might have seen this before in a previous video, but the Universal Music version from Thailand, self-titled on cassette. This is the rarest of the 4 Thailand versions. But I think this might have been in a previous video. But now everything else I promise will be new. So, as you see, we're going through cassettes first. I got this yesterday. This is very rare, the Hungarian version of Iowa. One of the rarest cassettes, at least of Iowa. Very happy to have this. Now, this cassette I've shown before. Disaster Piece is made in Ukraine. Very hard to find, but in October, I think it was, I made a trade to acquire part 2, which is even harder to find. Very happy to have that, and a little anecdote behind that. I traded away this CD, which I had before, and then the person who I made the trade with gave me a heads up that a copy of this was for sale, so I was able to reacquire that CD. So technically that's a new piece. So we're just going to kind of go in order by album here. I'm starting with this, one of the rarest promos there is. Full album promo. RR promo 403. This one's pretty interesting because the version of Spit It Out on here is a rough version, not the final version that we all know and love. And then the first track is misspelled. Well, it's numbers, so it's not really misspelled, but it's missing a 7 and a 0. So, it doesn't sound any different, just interesting typo. Disc with Craig on it. One of my favorite looking discs. I'm not going to go through the insides of all these. Some of them look pretty unique, but I want to keep this video somewhat short. Most of these are or will be on my Instagram, which will be on the screen at the end, and it's linked in the description at slipknot.collector. This is a version from Australia. It's slightly different from the version I already had. It has a different barcode, I believe. I don't know what pressing that is, but it's one I didn't have. Next is a misprint made in Brazil. I don't know if this is a mistake, but this looks pretty cool. But 7426, if the camera will focus on it, is misspelled 742617E plus 11. And this AD number, that's basically the run, the pressing, and the number is how many copies are made. So of this AD version, there's 1,000 copies, so this is limited to 1,000. I just assumed it's a 4th press because, you know, D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. Next, the same misprint but from Argentina, has the same error. This one's not limited to a certain number of copies, but these misprints are cool to have. Again, they don't sound any different, but this is the 4th press from Argentina, still sealed. This is from 2007, I believe. Something like that. Next, this one's extremely rare. Only 3 to 5 copies of this are known to exist. Promo version made in Israel by Israel Military Industries. There's a little seal here, but you can't really see it. Oh, you can kind of see it there. This I post on Instagram, so if you want to see that closer up, you can see that there. This one I'm actually going to show you the inside, because it's pretty unique. Has some like stamps on it. So yeah, this one's very cool. Very happy to have this. Probably the rarest version I have now. Next, we have Mexican 3rd press. And this one's pretty fun. Self-titled digipack. The US version still sealed. I had this before, but an open copy. The hype sticker is really cool in this. Next, Iowa made in Europe. Nothing too special about this one. Nothing really different about it. Next, this one's also not that special. When I bought this, this was supposed to be the Mexican version, but the seller sent the US version, but it's a version I didn't have before. So I just took it. It was cheap. Less than $10, I think. That's the version you can get today in your local Walmart. This one I haven't seen many copies of. I don't know if it's particularly rare, honestly, but I haven't seen any copies of it besides this one. The BMG Club Edition of Volume 3. I've shown the self-titled version, BMG Direct version. So that's the same kind of deal. Then this is a great example of a common thing that I should have had by now, but I never had. Just the standard United States version of the deluxe version of Volume 3. Next, 9.0 Live made in Canada. It just says Universal Music Canada. Next, just got this today. 9.0 Live from Israel. This one's pretty rare. This copy is the only copy I've seen. It's sent to me by a fellow collector. Got that for a pretty good price too. Up next, the clean version of All Hope Is Gone. Nothing different about the artwork or anything. Well, in the booklet, the lyrics are censored. Next, European version of the Gray Chapter with German hype sticker. There's a version with the English hype sticker that I'll have to get eventually. But that's not a German specific version, it's just Europe. Next, the Australian version of the Gray Chapter. And we have the Australian version, We Are Not Your Kind. So now to go out of order a little bit, we have the European t-shirt box set of the Gray Chapter. If you want to see the contents on the inside of this, I posted on my Instagram. Same with this, the We Are Not Your Kind t-shirt box set. Now, since the last collection update video I made, I've gotten all my vinyl. I didn't have vinyl back then, but I have it now. So I've got 2 copies of the All Life and Unsainted picture disc, which is nice because now I can display both sides. Maybe I'll get frames for those eventually. We'll see. Next, I have three out of the 5 or 6 colors of the gray chapter. I'm not gonna take these out and show them, but I have black, green, and gray marbled. I did unboxing videos for, I believe, gray and green. At least one of those. So you can see videos of me opening some of those and pictures of them on Instagram. Next, I have 7 colors of We're Not Your Kind. I've also done videos opening a bunch of those. Not all of them, but I have black, blue, red, silver, and clear. And I'm still missing pink and whiskey, which are the most expensive and they'll be the hardest to get, but hopefully eventually. And future me here, I almost forgot, since this is hanging on my wall, I almost forgot to show it. Got this a couple days ago. Iowa on vinyl. Again, there is pictures of this on Instagram. Looks real nice in a frame on the wall. So, okay, back to the video. I believe this is last. Finally got the self-titled 10th anniversary edition box set. Just posted this on Instagram yesterday, I believe. Comes with these collector's cards. Mine are still sealed. I'm not gonna open them, for now at least. And when you get this, you can get a keychain with one of the 9 members. I got Paul, one of my favorite masks from this album era. So, very happy to have that. The CD of the 10th anniversary edition. The Tribal S stencil. Then it also comes with a beanie, which the person who sent me this, he couldn't find it, which is okay. I tell you what, the price I got this for, I can't really complain about that. It also has a t-shirt, which needs to be washed because it got wet on its way here and it smells really bad. But, that's what that looks like. It also comes with a patch, which also wasn't included, but again, for the price I got it, I can't really complain. I got most of the contents, most of it sealed, so I'm fine with it. Can't really be too mad about it. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Like this video if you like what you see. Follow me on Instagram if you like what you see. Because like I said, lots of this stuff, I didn't want to pull it out and make this video long. Lots of this stuff you can see nice, high quality pictures over there on Instagram. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.